great. Okay, so here we go, Olivia. This is going to be lesson 165. Let's try a few of these phonological awareness exercises. Say seek.
Seek.
Instead of k, say t.
Seat.
Rove.
Rove.
Instead of v, say d.
Road.
Tide.
Tide.
Instead of d, say m.
Time.
Shed.
Shed.
Instead of d, say l.
Shed. Shell.
There it goes. Good job. Lake.
Lake.
Instead of k, say n.
Lane.
Yeah, like the boy in your class. Rave.
Rave.
Instead of v, say n.
Rain.
Sun.
Sun.
Instead of n, say ch.
Such.
Good job. Zig.
Zig.
Instead of g, say p.
Zip.
That's it. Wet.
Wet.
Instead of t, say n.
When.
Bat.
Bat.
Instead of t, say k.
Back.
Yeah, great job. All right, so we're done with
Oh, we
that.
messed up twice.
Well,
Yeah.
but when you try it again, you got it every time. Now, we've been doing a lot of alphabet stuff, and a lot of times then it's leading to using the dictionary, and but we need to be changing and doing
Dragonfly.
a lot of the dragonflies there for vocabulary. So that's something that we're going to focus on more as we go along here. So, do you have a dictionary there?
Yep.
All right. When we use a dictionary, what does this little fellow here, aliens eating marshmallow sandwiches, remind
It's
us?
for the quartiles.
It's for the quartiles. And so can you explain to me the quartiles?
So the quartiles, for the first one it goes A to D, and then the second one goes E to L, and then the third one goes M to R, and the fourth one goes S to Z.
Okay. So when I tell you a word, you're going to think right away of which quartile it's in, and then you're going to use the words at the top. What do we call those? Those are the
Guide words.
and they will help you know whether the word is right on that page or if you need to go more to the front or the back. So the word we're going to look for, I see you've got your dictionary ready. Well, we can figure out how to say it in a minute, but spell. So what quartile will you begin with?
In the fourth.
Okay, so.
Ooh, I was close. S. T.
So now you're using guide letters to help you decide
I think I'm close because I'm on transmit trans.
You're definitely on TR. Do you have any words there? Look at your guide words. Do any have TRE?
I need to do this. Oh, this has TRA, TRE, trick or treat, tricky. Oh, I think it was on.
I think you went too far, yeah.
Might be on something.
Let's use these guide words. TRA, and it goes to TREM.
And go to TREM, so it should be.
It should be on this page.
I don't see it in here.
Cute.
Found it.
There it is. Now, how does it say to say it?
Tremendous.
Well, it's it. Tremendous. And what part of speech?
It is an adjective.
And it means
Huge or enormous. A tremendous explosion shook the house. Very good or excellent. We had a tremendous time surfing.
okay. So
I heard it the second.
let's get out a pencil, and usually
Do you want me to put this away?
no, leave it open. Usually I go ahead and I would have, should have, could have done it ahead of time. And there is tremendous
So something big
and
or excellent.
first we want to write that definition, which
very
was,
big. Very.
so what did it say? Read it to me out of there.
It said tremendous, huge, or enormous. So very big.
So very big is good, but go ahead and write huge, because that was in the definition.
Huge
And
or
and then you're making a little sketch.
I'm going to draw an enormous little elephant.
That would be pretty huge or tremendous, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because it would be tremendous to see one. And it's pretty big.
Okay.
Oh, it went into tremendous. That's okay, though. Ta-da, little elephant. It's got a little hair on its head.
Okay. And last time, you wrote this word. You wrote, well, it's spelled the same way as minute, but it was in our book about minute. And look, it was very little. And that's the opposite of
very big.
And so, let's do an activity with this. Put your dictionary away now. And I'm going to show you.
Put it away.
Put it away in the pencil. Okay, so we're going to look at sizes of things. And this is on a continuum. So this will be in the middle, and this will be getting bigger and bigger, and this will be getting smaller and smaller. Okay, so what do you think we'd call it right in the middle? Like if you...
like medium.
Okay, medium. I'm going to show you some choices that I had thought of that you might say, but you said medium. And so these all mean about the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put medium
because
on this one.
Medium has many different.
It does. So we're going to put it right there. And it could also be these other things too.
Regular.
Okay. So then, going this way, things are going to get...
Tremendous.
Tremendous is going to be really big, isn't it?
It's going to be like
the end. Okay, well, let me see if I've got a tremendous in here. I've got, what's this?
Big.
And here's...
Huge.
And here's...
Tremendous.
Here's...
So do we put it like over...
Well, I'm going to show you. Here's large and there's... Immense. And didn't it give us that in the definition? And here's enormous. Okay, so you're going to decide, there's a lot of these. So you're going to try to decide which one is the biggest. So what do you think?
Tremendous.
The biggest sounded like tremendous. So it's going to be clear over here at this edge. And then which one of these do you think you'd say if it was just a little bit big?
And then it would go large, huge. Oh man, I need to flop these.
Yeah, then we can still see the word, but the card is not.
And
immense, which is another huge, enormous. So there's, yeah. Now, going the other way.
It would get smaller and smaller.
So take a look at these and see which you think would be the smallest. You think that's the smallest?
No, minute. Minute because of
minute even smaller probably. Minute. Okay, but tiny's down there, isn't it?
And then little.
Where would little go, do you think?
After small.
Probably.
And then miniature.
So we've got a continuum of sizes. And we can do this with other kinds of words too, but these are going to all be adjectives, and they would be going over to a noun and describing the size of it. Okay, so that was a vocabulary activity, and now I'm going to scoot us down and you can just put... I want it all to go in the bag that it was in, which is right here, that bag.
Okay.
Thank you. And I'm going to get your cards.
Okay.
And
so do you want all of them just in the bag?
All of them in the bag.
Okay.
Was that the something?
Yeah,
Immense. Because some of these other words you seem to be familiar with, but immense seems to be kind of...
And tremendous.
Yeah. So we'll try to say that word immense several times so that... do you think that is running? Can you tell by looking at it?
Yeah, I can tell, but...
Do you think?
Our faces are like black.
Well...
I can tell it's playing because it made that click.
Okay, now I'm going to time you, and I've got the secure and insecure all in here. You have not been doing the IRDs very often because you can kind of remember most of them. But today I'm going to time us and see how long it takes.
It's
We're
not going to
We're supposed to be, it doesn't want to. We're supposed to be able to do this within 3 minutes. So let's see if I can turn the cards fast enough for that. Okay, so ready? Here, I turned on the timer.
Apple A. Apron A. Banana Watch off. Cup K. King Witch.
Patch.
Patch.
We put a patch over the witch. We don't talk about them.
Easel E. Queen Qu.
And I'm slowing this down.
Boy Oi.
Notice the coding of that
Diphthong. Watch
Um,
Whistle.
Whistle. Just a blow.
Whistle.
Whistle.
Out Ab. Elephant A. E equals E. Coil Oi. Bird Tray A. Fork or. World Doctor Penny E. Fly I. Sail A. Athlete E. Truck
Go fast. I'm trying. There's one there. Well, good. Maybe we'll get done in...
Box.
We haven't tried this with timing
Valentine. We haven't done a lot.
it.
Valentine.
Mhm.
Yarn. Yeah. Ship. Sh. Rope. O. Chair. Ch. Light. I. Octopus. Opener. O. Igloo. I. Iris. I. Star. R. Dollar. Book. Moon.
And it fell down.
Cube. U. Nest. Sink. Sock. S. Nose. Z. Mother. Thimble. Wagon. Rubber. Zipper. Z. Jam. J. Cake A. Umbrella Unicorn U. Cow L. Fern Beta Five I. Goat G. Feet E. 3 E. Table T. Pig P. House Fish F. Dog D. Leaf W. Mitten Bat B. Kite K. Turtle We did that 2 minutes.
2 minutes and 53 seconds, which is like
good.
7 seconds short. Of course, you don't have every single IRD yet, so, but I wanted to time that and kind of see what we could do with that. Okay, so that was the reading decks, and we're ready for some new learning.
Oh, I forgot these in there.
Okay. I'll stick them right over there when I head this way. Whoops. Okay, so for the new learning, we're thinking about open syllables and sounds that they might make. Yes, and closed syllables too. So an open syllable is...
A long vowel.
A lot of times it is.
Or it's
An open syllable ends in a...
short vowel or a long? Or a vowel.
Or it ends in a vowel. If it's open, the vowel's at the end, and there's not a consonant after it. If it's closed, What closes it?
A consonant.
A consonant is the door that closes it.
Vowel,
So,
consonant,
we're going
consonant.
back to review some of the ones that we've done where we tried different things. So, I'm going to put this first one up here, and I'm probably going to turn that so we can see.
Baton.
And so the check mark is by, I don't know if you can see that or not. The technology is my not favorite part. We're trying. Okay, so the point was, this is an open syllable, but it doesn't sound right when we use the macron and make it long. That wasn't right. But we've seen people twirl a baton. So
like
there.
in the beginning of a parade.
Okay, and then here.
Elect.
Well, on this first one, the accent's there. Elect. Elect.
Elect.
But it's not real strong on the E. That's why it's half long. Elect. Elect. And when we elect somebody, like we hold an election. They had an election for president. You voted here at school. Trump won. And so we did elect Trump. And now he's not the president. Joe Biden is still our president, but Donald Trump is president. Elect. Almost an E, but just kind of half. Now, then we've done the O. Hotel. Hotel.
Or hotel. I stayed at a hotel this week.
Cool.
We went on a trip. It was fun.
And then here is with the vowel U.
Unite.
Well, no, because it sounded like you said an accent here.
Unite.
Well, this is going to be the real one, unite. But here's
unite. Unite.
Okay, so those are the ones that we've already done, but there's a vowel missing. We've done A as an open syllable, E and O and U, but the one we have not done is we've done the A.
I mean E. No, I.
I is the one we have not done. And so, here are some words. And I wrote it 3 times, the same word 3 times. Because, hold on. Well, you know, don't you? We're gonna make is that making the syllable open or closed?
Open.
And usually when it's open, like you told me, you put a macron and the accent is here. So, nope.
Dive.
But this one, well, it isn't going to be half long. So that's what made this one different. So I'll need to show you what happens.
Divide.
Because we don't say, in the same way that we do say hotel, you can hear the O. We don't say we're going to divide these numbers.
Divide.
We say it. And so this is the unexpected, tricky thing, and why I was last. This is going to be a short I with a breathe. And it's going to say divide. Now it said div here, but the accent was there. Divide. This one, the accent is over on the side. Divide. Okay, so let's try coding some words 3 ways. The first way that... No, because normally this is in your book, but anyway, we're just doing it on here. So you're gonna
vowel, consonant, vowel, and we'll chop right here.
Good.
It'll be right here, and that would be wrong. It's div.
Nope.
Div.
Long.
Divert.
But you're getting the accent over here because you've maybe heard this one. But
divert.
Divert.
I've heard this word before.
That helps, doesn't it? When they're words that you haven't heard of. This one would say
short. Divert.
Mm-hmm. And the accent will be on the second syllable.
Divert.
But we're going to say it. Divert. And divert, if you divert your attention, you look away to something else. Divert. Okay, go to the second one. What are you going to try to find?
Vowel.
Vowel, consonant, vowel. And
Top, and that will be long. You put it on the wrong syllable.
because you kind of predicted what's going to happen. We've
Yeah.
seen that.
Bright.
Good.
Bright.
Okay, try it a second way. That's the first thing we think of trying, but it didn't work in this.
Well, consonant. Vowel.
So this time we're going to say
Brigade.
brigade. And then this one's different. It will be short.
Brigade.
Brigade. Brigade. A lot of times you hear of like a bucket brigade, and they go ahead and everybody carries a bucket and try to put out a fire. Go to the next one.
Yeah, I watched a movie.
Moving
do
along,
that.
kind
It
of-
didn't turn out very well.
That doesn't work near as well as using a hose. I want to kind of keep track of time, so I'm going to have you go ahead to the next one there.
Okay, so vowel, consonant, vowel, chop there. That will be long. Why do I keep putting it at the second syllable? Okay, tie, bird.
I think maybe you made an R sound instead of a
Tibet. Tibet. Tibbet. Tibbet.
Tibet. Tibet. Tibet is
Did I put this
another
in?
country. Yeah, I think you got it right. There it is. Okay, the last one.
Dilute.
Dilute.
That will be vowel, consonant, vowel.
Dilute.
I have a feeling this word.
Yeah, because this is what we're learning, so that's why it is.
Dilute.
Dilute.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
And when we dilute something, we we pour some water in it probably to make it weaker. So we
Like
don't want to have,
fire.
well, like if you have real strong juice or something, you can dilute it with some water so it won't be so strong. Okay, so now we're moving down to the spelling test. And today you have not, you have done one time. You've done one part spelling with the k sound in the initial position. But today, I want to think about the k sound all together. So if we were doing the cards, one of the cards we would come to would be, I'd hold up the green card and I'd say k, and you'd say k, and then you'd tell me
K, comma, C, with a K back, comma, wait, no, final position, CK,
which is a duck.
diagram, CK, comma, K, comma, KE, comma, C.
And when would we use that C?
At the end of 3 or more syllables.
2 or more, yeah.
Two.
2 or 3 or more syllables. Okay. So,
Yay!
we dropped these a while ago, so they're probably mixed up. But the beginnings will all...
Well, I fixed these.
Good. The beginnings will all have
Do you want me to set these out?
a blank at the end. Yeah, they should be in a pile. All the K's should be together because you're going to need K quite a few times. You're going to need KE quite a few times. And sometimes you're going to need CK and sometimes C. So,
We did these.
we did them with they're green also, the ones that where you're
At
picking
the
the beginning.
Yeah.
But this is your first time to try it with these. So let's see what you can do with it. Tell me. Notice the macron.
It.
Well, I see this macron
No, it would be KE.
because what is the word?
Lake.
There's lake. So I'll take that's a pair.
Okay, sink.
Ah, and that was an N that
A
sounded like
tricky A tricky one.
Good thinking.
Does that an I?
They didn't have room for the dot when they put the brief. It's supposed to say tunic. Like sometimes in Bible days they would wear a tunic.
Okay, I feel like it would be, no, because it's just short back and one. Wait, two. No. Okay. C.
Why C?
Because it has two.
It has two syllables. Tunic. That's why it only gets a C. Good thinking.
Picnic, it would have a C. Because there's two syllables.
Okay, good job.
Boot, book, it would have CK. Because it's just short. Okay. Sneak, that would have a KE. Reading my. Would that have a KE? Sneak.
You don't. Where's one of your choices that you?
Sneak.
It doesn't need an E because it had two E's there together. Good thinking.
Snack. I just had snack. Snack. With a K. Sack. That would have a CK because it has a short vowel.
Good thinking.
Flake. It would have KE. And Mac would have a K.
How do you know that it's Mac? I know that there's a boy in your class, not in your class, but at our school, that it should be make. So how are we going to make it say make? And it's unusual that M-A-K is the way a boy would spell his name. Most boys who called themselves Mac would spell it M-A-C-K. But his family chose that way.
M-A-K-E.
Well, then it would spell make if it had K-E. Manic. Manic. Because it has two syllables.
And then rope.
How do you know it says
rock?
Because of the macron. And so you chose digraph CK.
Took. They would have a K.
Yep.
Oh, this one's going to be easy because we only have 3 choices left. 3 other things. Well, panic, that would be a CK because, well, no, it would have
a C because it has two syllables.
Let's see. This one would be clinic.
Is there an N?
Click.
So how do you spell click?
K-L.
In front of a consonant?
C-L.
C-L in front of a consonant.
I-C. No, is it?
Well, think about it. You want to say
Click. We need this one because it has an E on the end. Okay.
So this is
Click.
Yes. Good.
So then we have Ray. It would be rake.
Does it have the macron over the A?
It says rack.
Oh, that's a problem. It would need to have
Macron.
What
happened here?
Well, here's what happened here. Here's the snake that had the
rat.
And there's the rat. So we had a little bit of a goof up back there, but I saved those out. Okay, so this is something that we can set out.
That took us 8 minutes.
We probably spent too much time out. Now we're ready to read some words on the paper, and so if we have, let's reset here. I have this planned out for you to do the odd ones, But I have a feeling that what we'll do is we'll do a couple of odd ones, and then if we get done, because I want to be sure we have time for Black Beauty, and I especially want to make sure that you have time to do your writing activity, because we did that experiment 2 days ago now, and we want to write about it. Okay, so grab your pencil. The one you're going to code. The one you're going to code is the one that has, like, here. You're going to code this. So read.
In olden days, people formed bucket brigades.
Good. It's that short vowel.
Brigade.
Yeah, the accent's over here. And we do have a suffix S to make it plural.
To put out fire.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's do that one.
Dilute the frozen cranberry liquid with 3 cans of water. Dilute the frozen cranberry liquid with 3 cans of.
And then it won't be such strong stuff. Okay, so my goodie, it went off. So I'm going to keep this out. We really wanted to do more of those, but I want to be sure before lunch that we have time to do the.
We skipped 2 subjects to do this.
I know.
I'm actually kind of happy we get
let me see here. We're ready for spelling.
Yes.
So you need a pencil, and I'll let you choose. You've tried a few times with just fingertips to figure it out, or I do have your buttons right there. So you tell me which would be better.
Fingers.
Okay, let's see if that works for you. You'll
You
need
already
your name on it. I numbered the paper, but I want you to put your name on it. Okay, so we did just talk about the final ways to spell. So we're going to be using those when we do these words. So it kind of goes together.
Are you going to keep those up there?
Well, do you think I should?
Yes.
Or maybe I should. You want them up there? Okay, we'll leave them there. All right, number 1. The word is brook. A brook is sort of like a river or a stream.
B-R-O-O-K.
O was a dot.
Diagram. So we underline it and then we put a big smiley face here.
Okay, and then sound it out. See if it says what. Okay, if you're satisfied, then we'll go to number 2, which is quake.
Quake.
Like an earthquake makes the ground shake. Quake.
O-A. Q-U-A-K-E. Do we put a K back on that?
They do.
Quake. I feel like I'm missing something, but I know it's long. I forgot a W.
But do you need a W?
I think that's the U.
That's the U that's doing that, isn't it? Okay, next comes speck. There was just a speck of dirt.
Speck. S-P-E-C-K.
Encoded it?
Do we underline? I feel like
We underline digraphs. We sure do.
Okay.
Number 4 is music.
Oh, we did this one a few days ago. Music.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
I didn't remember.
We
Sorry.
did it on Monday. It's fine.
It's because we had that music program. Anyway.
Music. 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 That would be an S
because it's an S with a line through it because it sounds like a Z.
And then it would be a C because it's music. Make a line through you. I don't know how to you. The U sounds like it's long. Yeah, you can't hear it at all. You can't hear the I very well.
Music. I heard it, and
Music. I put the I in the wrong spot.
Oh, well that might make a difference.
More sense. Music. There we go.
Okay, there's one more. Silk.
Silk.
These clothes are made of silk.
Like moth silk. Silk. S-L-I-C-K. I put it in the wrong spot. Oh man. There we go. Oh, my eye's too
Put
big.
it and check it.
My eye's too big. Silk.
Okay. Alrighty then. We will
Go to
down to reading
Get Black
Black
Beauty.
Beauty. And
It's by
Anna Sewell. And the last time that we read this, Ginger had many memories and she'd had lots of mean owners. So,
Chapter 5.
okay.
The Bridge. One day in late autumn, Squire Gordon had to go on a long journey for his businesses. John hitched me to a small cart and we set off. It had rained heavy the night before and the wind was still blowing strongly. We came to a slow wooden bridge over the river. The water flowed fast and high under the bridge. The river is rising fast, warned the man at the toll gate. I said troll. It's a toll gate. I think things will be getting very bad tonight indeed. We got to town and we had a snack and a nice rest. While the master went about his businesses, his work took longer than expected. So it was very late in the afternoon before we started out for home. But now the wind was blowing even harder. The lightning,
Well, look. After harder. What's that next word?
harder. It was frightening to ride through the woods. The branches whipped and swayed overhead. The wind roared, and I had never been out of such a bad storm, and it made me very nervous. But I remembered what my mother had told me about what I was about always doing my best, so I proceed on. Suddenly, there was a tremendous crack.
There's that word. What does that mean?
Tremendous means immense. A
And that means
tremendous
what?
crack.
So it means very big. A really huge, large crack.
A huge oak tree was torn up by the roots and fell right across the road. I was frightened, but I did not panic. I stopped. Still, I waited to see what my master would do. That was a close call, said Squire Gordon. We can't pass this tree. How will we get to the bridge now? We will have to go back in the other direction and take another road. It will make us very late, but it is the only way, John told him. So we traveled back and around. By the time we got to the bridge, it was nearly dark. We could see that the water was over the middle part of the bridge, but as that had happened before, my master did not worry. I stepped onto the bridge. As soon as my feet touched the bridge, however, I knew something was wrong. I stopped, and I would go no farther. Go on, Beauty, called Squire Gordon, but I did not budge. John jumped down and held my bridle and tried to lead me forward, but I would not follow. What's the matter, Beauty? He asked. Of course, I could not tell him that the bridge was not safe. He just then the man had the toll gate.
The what?
The toll gate on the other side and ran for his house. He was waving a torch and shouting, "Urgent! Stop! Stop! The bridge is shattered!" In the middle, the rider carried a part of it away. If you go on, you'll plunge into the river. Oh, thank you, Beauty, said John. He patted me on the nose. I knew something had to be wrong for you to act that way. Thank goodness for your wisdom. Now we had to go even farther out for our way. Of our way. But the time we reached home, it was late and very dark. Mrs. Gordon ran out of the house crying, "I have been so worried. Were you in an accident?" No, but Black Beauty had not been wiser than we were. It would have been a disaster, Squire Gordon told her. I heard no more as John led me into the stables. What a good supper he gave me that night. Then I lay down to rest on the thick bed of straw, and I was glad of it, for I was very weary.
So,
oh no, there's a fire next chapter.
In the next chapter, there's a fire. Okay. So, what would you say for a summary of this chapter?
There was harsh rain.
What did that rain do?
Knocked down a big old oak tree.
Okay, so I probably need a connecting word. There was harsh rain, that, or
then.
Harsh rain, that, or then.
And.
I don't know. You tell me the sentence. There was harsh rain.
And a big old oak tree fell.
Where?
On the ground.
Okay.
Well, on the road.
Yeah. So the most terrible thing that happened, that was bad.
The bridge broke.
Yeah. The bridge
broke halfway.
And what did Beauty do?
Stop at the beginning of the bridge once he put his hoof on. Because I bet he could feel like some of the wood under his hoof.
Yeah,
like,
just kind of knew that it probably through that. The bridge broke and Beauty
stopped at the beginning of the bridge.
Okay.
Well, he lived where there was a stream and there's probably a bridge in bad storms, and he probably learned to wait from the storm.
So then they had to go
The longer way.
Long way home from there.
Oh, it was already longer than the second time.
Okay, we actually have a little more time on the reading of this, so let's get started on the 5th chapter. I don't know if we'll have time to finish it. But
we might. We might get to chapters. Well, we're going really far in this book. We're already on chapter.
I'd like to have it done before Christmas, so
yeah.
Let's just keep reading.
Not long after the incident at the bridge, Squire Gordon and his wife decided to visit some friends. The journey would take nearly 2 days. Ginger and I were chosen to pull the carriage. The first day we traveled 32 miles and had to pull the carriage up some big hills, but James drove us so carefully that we didn't lose enthusiasm, great excitement, or interest. Ginger was very good company, but now we were quite fond of each other. We spent time talking and sharing stories. It reminded of the days when I was harnessed with my mother. What does fond mean?
Fond means you like somebody. If you're fond.
So like them, now they're good friends.
Yeah, Ginger had been kind of mean to him at the very beginning. People had been mean to her.
So she thought it would be.
And Mary Legs had said, I hope you don't bite like Ginger does. And he said, I don't bite anything but grass. But anyway, talking with her as they're pulling along reminded me of the days when I was
harnessed with my mother. At sundown, we stopped in the town for the night. Ginger and I were taken to a hotel stable. The hoster rubbed us down and pulled out a fine meal for us in our stalls. Later that evening, another traveler's horse was brought in. While he was being rubbed down, a young man lounged,
and that means just kind of standing around.
In the stable door, talking and smoking a pipe.
That's a clue. Smoking could cause, and that was the name of the chapter.
I say, said the hoster, run up into the loft and dump some hay for this horse. Would you just lay down your pipe first? You might want to let him finish it first.
Or put it out?
With water? The other man agreed and did as he was requested. Soon after, the door was locked for the night, and I fell asleep. I do not know how long I slept. I woke up suddenly feeling very uncomfortable. The air was thick and hard to breathe. I heard Ginger coughing and the other horses moving around restlessly. The stable was so dark I could see nothing. I heard a low crackling sound. The sound was so strange that it made me tremble all over. Suddenly,
this is an exciting place, so it's a good place to stop.
Music is building.
Exactly.
So
coming up to.
Can I put like a little line at suddenly starting?
Yeah, you can. Okay, so we'll pick that up next time, and we'll move on down into written expression, and this is your page of notes that you wrote when we did
I still need my pencil.
You do need your pencil. So that page is done, but this will be your finished product, And so,
December 13th.
no, it's the 12th. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, yesterday was the 12th.
No, yesterday was the 11th. I'm pretty certain. I'll look.
I was gone. Yes.
I know you were.
It was the 11th the day I was here.
Today is Thursday, December the 12th. Right here. Thursday.
Oh my goodness,
we
my
don't come
cousin-
to school on Friday. This time we're having a Friday the 13th. It's December the
Oh
12th.
goodness gracious! My cousins are coming in 10 days actually. Oopsie.
Pretty exciting. From Canada, no less.
Yeah, I'm excited for Christmas this year. The day is Thursday.
Yes, it is.
How do you spell Thursday?
I do. It begins with T-H. And then it sounds like but it's not E-R, so this is the turtle kind with U-R. I should have kept the calendar over here. Thursday.
Well, that D's a little big.
Yeah, I really do like it when you try to get your
Writing.
penmanship in.
The
Okay.
title is Colors in Milk.
Uh-huh. And when we write titles, the first word always gets a capital, and the last word always gets a capital. And then if there's other important words, but not a little preposition like in, it's not that important.
Colors. Hey, color in milk is a preposition or phrase.
We can have prepositional phrases in titles. We see that sometimes.
Oh, look how beautiful that writing is.
Now, we went ahead last time and generated a topic sentence. Read your topic sentence.
We put food coloring in milk to see if the colors would move.
Okay. So, that's your same topic sentence. The thing that will be different as you're working on it this time is you'll need a sentence instead of just a phrase for all the other parts.
We put food. Look, that D's floating up in the air. No flying D's. Food coloring in the milk to see if the colors would well, I can put wood down there because good thing there's 3 lines. Yeah, like there's 3 lines. Wood. I like how they put 3 lines there.
It helped, didn't it? And I imagine Mrs. Gregory has talked to your class about margins and not writing clear off to the total end of the page.
Because if you do that, then it looks like.
Did you punctuate that sentence?
I want to put like this because it was exciting that they didn't.
Would it be exciting though when you're
Putting it in.
not yet? Okay,
No,
so
first,
read your notes,
milk in pan.
and that's just a phrase.
put the milk.
Okay, so
We put milk in the pan. Oh, look how good that was. Just 1 line, yay. Tiny drop of colors. We put tiny drops of colors.
okay, because we
didn't just do 1 color.
We did 4 colors. So
What's a blue?
do we
is
put
like?
lots of drops of each color?
Just
How many?
Except yellow, we had to put 2 because.
But that was an accident. So we were trying to put. We'll say we did because that was just an accident. If it slipped, extra one out. We put how many drops of?
4.
We put 4 drops
of food. Well, 4 colors.
Okay. We used
4 different colors to see what would.
and put. Well, we can talk about what's going to happen in a minute. But how much of each color?
1 drop.
1 drop of each
color. Well, it has to be capital because it's the beginning of the
It
sentence.
certainly is. That is important.
1 tiny. That's a G. Tiny. Tiny. I have another pencil in here. Ooh, look, this one's more sharp. I'm gonna stick to this one. Tiny drop. I spelled it wrong. Drop of colors. There we go. Is that a sentence?
I don't know. Read it and see.
1 tiny drop of colors.
Oh, I don't think it is.
1 tiny drop of colors.
1 tiny drop.
Of colors went.
Then we'd have a verb.
Into the pan of milk. There we go, that's better. That's a better sentence. Next, we used a tiny Q-tip to we put soap on it, but first on the first side we put milk on one side, and we put this soap and we put it in the milk.
Mm-hmm.
And the
So
colors
how could we write that in a sentence? So
the
look at your plan.
colors moved from
Look at your plan and where you are.
next Q-tip in the milk. We put the Q. How do we get that deep?
After that.
No, it's
Well,
around next.
I was trying to decide, do you want to talk about putting the plain Q-tip in first, and then after that, the Q-tip
Because
with
then
soap?
I put dish soap
Okay.
on the Q-tip.
Okay, so
Next,
how could you say,
we got a Q-tip.
did you start with the capital? But you'd see that when you went back, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's always good to read over what you wrote.
Oh, you told me to put these.
Yeah, it's okay.
This
It'll be fine.
Next, we got a Q. Do I put a capital? Q.
This is a brand name, and so a lot of times we'd call it just a cotton swab, but
A Q-tip.
we call them a Q-tip.
Q-tip in the milk.
Did anything happen?
No,
So,
they went towards it instead of going away from it.
but right at first it didn't even change at all. So you could say,
Like it soaked up some of the milk.
so you could say
We
right there, and this could be a really short sentence because it would just have, you could say nothing changed.
Nothing.
Nothing, which is spelled
And
like
then
no thing.
finally,
But let's write that in there because when we tried the plain Q-tip, nothing changed. And the thing about that sentence, nothing is a noun. It can be the subject. And
because we have a
change can be
subject
the verb.
and a predicate.
Yeah, so it's one of those real shortcuts of sentences. Now, what do you want for after that?
Finally, we put soap on the Q-tip.
Okay. So,
And
write that down.
okay, finally, we put soap on the Q-tip
And put it
in
back in.
back.
Well, hang on. Read.
We put soap on the Q-tip, then
And you could put a period there and start with a new sentence.
because there could be two sentences.
Yeah, they don't mind it. That's why there's so many blanks.
Then we
Or did something happen? Or then we put,
Then-
I think you're going to say put it,
put it back. We put it back in. Then, oh, that looks like an O. And then the colors moved away from it. Wow, that was long. We put soap on the Q-tip. Then we put it back in. Then the colors moved away from it.
I think you got it.
All in all, the colors were all in all. We dumped the milk.
Well, we don't want that.
Well,
All in all, we saw
colors mixed together.
Yeah.
Swirl colors.
swirled colors.
How do you spell swirl?
Swirl. It's got that sound, but it's not going to be ER. It's going to be SW, IR, like bird, swirled, and ED suffix, like that.
Swirled colors. Swirled. Well, I should have put we saw. Is this swirled colors? Does that work? Swirled colors. Well,
We don't need to erase it because we could say swirled colors were pretty or were fun to look at or what do you think?
Cool.
Okay, that sounds great. I like that.
Because like it was cool that they made like a swirl.
It was.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm going to get both of those and I've moved us down to review. And the first thing I'm going to say is we talked about I is a little different. It does a short sound. And I thought,
Oh my goodness. It's crazy outside.
here's your root deck. It's so little I couldn't hardly find it. Okay, so this is I. And what it's going to do when the accent's on the other syllable, it's going to be a short I. Divide. We're starting to build a root deck, but it's not very big. We're going to have some more roots next time, next lesson.
Drive or push.
Mm-hmm.
Pel.
So
Root,
also port.
Carry. Base word. Port. Harbor. Left side of ship. To carry. As a rifle.
To carry as a rifle, you port your rifle. So-
My dad, he has like this little thing, but he still has to support his rifle because he has a rifle.
And there was one more I didn't catch that one.
Script or scribe to write.
Mm-hmm. So we'll be looking more for those. Now, pull out your encyclopedia And I'm going to come over there beside you because for our
I have my
last
book.
listening thing,
We have to read about the horses.
ever since your classmate Erica brought her horse,
That kind of horse kind of looked like Black Beauty.
ever since she brought it, then we've been kind of interested in some of this. So,
Morgan horse.
saddle horses for riding make up an important group of breeds. Many persons ride horses for pleasure, to raise them as a hobby, or raise them as a hobby. I read that wrong. I'm going to grab my glasses because this is small print.
This is
Now I'll read it better.
It's an American saddle horse. Like the funny thing about the American saddle horse is like their tail thing as it goes up and then goes down.
Does it? I'll read what it says about it. The American saddle horse, the Tennessee walking horse, the Morgan, and the quarter horse rank as the most popular breeds used for pleasure riding in the United States. Southern plantation owners developed the American saddle horse and the Tennessee walking horse. These men wanted mounts that were comfortable to ride. All Morgan horses can be traced back to a New England stallion named Justin Morgan. Morgans were originally used as harness horses for pulling carriages and for harness racing.
Maybe Black Beauty was a Morgan.
Possibly. After automobiles became popular, breeders developed Morgans into excellent saddle horses. Cowboys used quarter horses for cutting, which means sorting out cattle from a
I don't
herd,
see any quarter.
and other ranch work. Quarter horses,
Quarter horse.
there you go. Quarter horses can start, stop, and turn quickly. They respond instantly to the slightest shift of the cowboy's weight or movement of reins. These sure-footed horses have great endurance. They can scramble up and down steep mountain trails and ford swift streams.
Fast, strong quarter horse help cowboys with ranch work.
Yep.
And then it says
Polo
polo
polo.
horses start, stop, and turn quickly. They respond immediately to rider signals during a polo match.
Yeah, and they play that game with them.
So, like, are the horses polo?
No, polo is the name of the game they're playing.
Oh,
They're playing.
like Marco Polo horse.
Well, they're
style.
playing. They're sort of like golf or something.
Oh, like donkey basketball, just with horses.
Yeah,
And
except
golf.
they're hitting a thing like that.
Oh, look at it! It's a draft.
Olivia,
team.
it's lunchtime, so
It-
we're gonna
oh, it
turn
is?
that. It is. So we're gonna turn that off,